Hey guys, what's up? Darren Collins, the paramedic yakker here. I was going to do something a little different today. I was going to go and actually show you guys the boat that I'm in right now, kayak. Show you what works for me on the water, what I carry in my kayak while I'm out, and just a couple different setups that I've kind of come accustomed to. I've tried a lot of different setups on this kayak. You know, each week I'm probably changing something different, but right now I've kind of got a setup where I'm actually sticking with it for the moment, and I'm really starting to enjoy it. I have a Jackson Cuda 12. It's a 2014. I love the thing. It's very stable. I'm able to stand up in it and fish very easily, even in the wind. As long as I'm anchored down, I can stand up in it. Pretty easy to paddle around. It's pretty quick in the water. I think it's about 31 inches wide, so it makes it a little faster. It's not like some of the wider kayaks out there, which helps a lot. But yeah, I just want to show you what I'm in and show you a couple things that are working for me. Like I said, I've learned over the last probably year or two of doing this that it's basically it's trial and error. You have to get out there. A lot of it's do it yourself. I like to save a lot of money, so the easiest thing for me is to find some cheaper way than a lot of these other companies out there are selling for some of their accessories. So, well, we'll jump right into it and hope you guys like what you see. Alright guys, so here it is, my Jackson Cuda 12. I'm going to go kind of through bits and pieces here. We'll go down each side and kind of show you what I've got going on. The Cuda comes with two, I think they're about 10-inch round hatches. The inner hull runs the full length of the kayak, which is pretty cool. So these covers, they're just rubber. They pop right off. The only thing I carry in the back of here, and I'm glad I had it the other day because I ran into a little trouble on the water and forgot to put my drain plug in. But I do carry a pump. It's just a real cheap pump from Harbor Freight. It's like $6. It's got two hoses that you hook up to it, and you can actually just draw the water out of the hull. So it works out really well. Really, that's pretty much the only thing on a regular basis that I keep in there. It's got a pretty wide tray for the back. I've got my crate that I built myself. I've got 5 rod holders on it. Normally here I carry my 2 spin cast rods, carry all 3 of my other bait cast rods on the other side. But what I really like about this is it's got a top where you can actually put some things in it, and then it has the actual crate to it, which nowadays I keep my cooler in it. I keep a set of frog togs, rain gear in it. Carry my my dry box for my wallet, my license, my keys. So going to the back here, I made a little holder for my net. This net's also kind of something that I came up with. Just a floating net. In case I hook into anything decent, I'll use the net to kind of help get it into the boat. Also, I've got a 2-wire hookup here in the back for my 360 light that I use. The Jackson seat is it's comfortable. It's not bad. I do keep it in the raised position so I can have a little elevation when I'm fishing. But another member here from the group, my fishing group, showed me these box mounts here. So I actually mounted some boxes in there. I've got one on each side. And then I also carry my anchor under the seat as well. Cool thing about this anchor is it's on the trolley. It's a retractable anchor. So pretty much you just take it, drop it down into the water, let your line come out, and then lock it into place with the line. It's made out of a clothesline, retractable clothesline. I think I'd gotten it at Home Depot for like $20, and basically You just pull it back and it retracts in, nice and easy. So it's pretty convenient on the water. It helps out quite a bit. Makes my life a lot easier. For my hog trough here, I took some you can kind of see them down here, some L brackets, and basically mounted them to my crate. I can travel down the highway with that thing. It doesn't budge. I've done 80 miles an hour with that thing and it hasn't moved, so it works out pretty well. Back behind my seat, I carry a Bluetooth speaker, this JBL Clip 3. I really enjoy it. It sounds great. I carry in my pouch here just a couple toe straps in case I need them, just some extra rope. I think I carry a stringer in there as well. Going on into the center console of the Cuda, I've gone and mounted a fish finder and a cup holder there in the middle, both using ram mounts. As far as my fish finder, I run a Garmin Striker 4. It has a down view, sonar, and chirp. I've been real happy with it. It's got GPS, but it doesn't have the actual maps. But like I said, I've been really happy with it. It's worked out really well. It was pretty inexpensive. The picture quality on it's really good. Going a little further up, I was having problems on the water, so I'm keeping my paddle. When I'm standing up, I like to put my paddle down in front of me, and I was having problems with my paddle, so I basically took a taco clip, and so whenever I'm standing up, I take my paddle and put it in the taco clip, and it keeps it from moving on the water, because I've had it slide out a couple times, but now it's pretty stable. Jackson does make a spot here where you can actually set it across, but I think this is a little bit more stable. As far as running my wires through, I used a Hobie through plug. It works out really well. I paddle a Werner tie-B hooked. It's pretty lightweight. It works out pretty well. Cool thing about it is it's got the pins where you can actually rotate it certain degrees to help your paddling style. The Cuda, it is a stand-up kayak. It comes with a pull assist strap. Two straps on the center console, keep the center console in place. But I'd actually seen a little hack that you can do to get into your center console. A lot of these center consoles, they have like a small hatch, or you can't gain access into the hatch without having a little leeway on it. So what I did was, this is kind of a strap that stretches. So basically this will keep this front hatch locked. But what's cool about this is now, once you undo this strap, you can basically pull up on it, and you can get this thing pretty wide open. That helps out a lot on the water. I do have an anchor trolley on here with some pulleys. The pulleys have made a huge improvement in the way this thing slides. It really moves well. Also, I've got some green LED lights. I've got them on each of the back corners, and if you come up here to the front, I've also got them on the front side as well. Jackson gives you a strap to be able to put your paddle in place. It seems to work out pretty well. It holds up pretty well. And another 10-inch hatch in the front, which I keep my life jacket in there, but I use my life jacket all the time, so really it doesn't stay in there. So coming over to the other side of the kayak, like I said, I keep three bait cast rods. Now the way I have my box bungeed in, I took some zip ties. Basically have a bungee strap, zip tie here, and then I use a little hook down here at the bottom, which I tied a knot to make this tighter. And this thing, it doesn't move. I travel down the highway with it, so it's very stable. Jackson Comes with two of the I guess the rocket tubes. I don't actually use them unless I'm taking an overnight trip and I need to remove my crate and put my cooler back there. When I'm on the river, like an overnight trip, they work great. Another tackle crate, and then underneath I carry a dry plastic bag. Now, the only bad thing about having these here is when the seat's in the up position, you can't have these here. The seat smushes down in here. I think you can only fit one on one side. You can't have both. I don't usually use the seat in the down position ever. I've had to use it one time when I was on a river trip and they released water from a dam, and the water, it was swift water. I didn't feel real comfortable in the water, so I went ahead and lowered the seat. I went ahead and installed two gear tracks, which I use a round ball here for my camera mount, and then another round ram mount for my transducer, which it works out for me well. I get good depth, I get good temperature of the water, and I don't have any problems. The only thing is you just have to watch out when you get to shallow water, because you do have to retract it and actually put it in the inside. Also, if I'm paddling long distances, I'll keep this inside because this does create some drag on the side there. My camera mount is it's just another ram mount. Give me a second to put this on here. Okay, so my camera mount is basically PVC pipe with a couple elbows, well, with one elbow, and it locks into my ram mount. And the cool thing about this is I've got a 360 top here on it. This piece here for the camera spins 360, and you can get a lot of multiple angles on it. Sometimes I'll film from outside the kayak. Sometimes I'll put it inside, almost like a chest mount camera, which works pretty cool. And my camera, you can see the picture of what you're recording, so if you have it as a chest mount, it looks pretty neat because you can see what you're doing. I do carry one, I think this is a bazooka mount. The reason why I carry this on the front is for when I'm standing and fishing and I have to get to my paddle. So what I do is I take my fishing rod, I put it down in the mount, and it stands straight up, and basically it's a place for me to hold the rod while I'm moving around, repositioning, doing what I have to, maybe paddle into the next spot. Like I said, the lights on front, I got the two LED strips on the front. They're pretty bright. They work out really well. They've helped me navigate several times in the past. So we'll come around here and I'm going to show you the inside of my hatch where my battery is and my switches for the fish finder. I made a battery box. I carry a 8 amp battery with me. It's just a little deer feeder battery from Cabela's. Basically it's in the box. Not the greatest of wiring job, but I do have my 3 switches here. First one's for my fish finder, second one's for my light. And then the third switch here is for my green LED lights. The cool thing about this box is I made it to where it can actually be removed if I need to. If I don't feel like carrying that much heavy stuff, I can pull it out. I do have some plugs on the end of these wires, so you can unplug it from the actual wires in the kayak. Other than that, Jackson does have a cup holder here. This strap really doesn't do much of anything. I don't really care for it. A buddy of mine showed me this on his kayak. He had another Jackson and he had a Cuda. And I was looking for a way to kind of keep my tools to where I wasn't able able to lose them. So I ended up ordering this set of pliers from Gander Mountain. It's on a lanyard. And then another thing that I did, I took a gun holster, a real cheap gun holster from Walmart. I think it was like $4 or $5, and keep my fish grips in there. Fish grips just slide in there. I think this side's riveted in. I used a bolt here, and I believe a bolt there. But yeah, they don't move. I keep those in there at all times. And Jackson does have the GoPro logo on it. They did come out with a GoPro mount. It's not really much of anything. Just your basic slide-in action camera mount. Honestly, I don't really like the view that it does. This is pretty much the view that you're looking at. It's kind of limited. You don't really get to see anywhere in front of you, and just you're kind of stuck with where you're at. That was my Jackson Cuda 12. I hope there's some things that maybe somebody found useful. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like what you saw, please subscribe. Yeah, guys, tight lines out there, and just keep fishing. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time.